When it's time to get down, there's usually one bottle that comes out that lets everybody know it's time to party. And we came here to party.
It's party time.
Happy birthday, bitch! I'm gonna
say what?
I'm gonna give you a hint. It's not Fireball.
Did you like the pink wrapping paper and the pink bows?
Oh,
And then the Christmas wrapping paper because that's all I had.
are y'all serious? Right now?
Angie wrapped that, so
Loki didn't help.
no, Loki did not help.
I'm surprised.
is
I
it?
wish you would have used like duct tape.
Is it
Angie
Fireball?
wrapped it.
Yeah.
It might
is it a
be.
smear?
It might be Fireball.
It could still be Fireball.
Oh shit! Are you serious? Damn.
Only one thing. You got to open it.
No way.
It's only one piece of tape. There you go. Yeah.
One
What
piece
do
of
we have
giant
here?
tape.
Is this what we're doing the episode on?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Check
Fucking-
that bottom.
91.
91.
Birth year.
91.
Happy birthday, motherfucker.
Happy
Let's
birthday.
pop it. Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back to Our Center Culture. I'm Matt.
Jason.
Jade.
And it's not Jade's birthday, but it will be
Be close.
pretty soon. And what do we got, buddy? What is this?
We have a 91 Wild Turkey 8-year 101.
And whose birth year is 91?
Myself.
Yes.
I'm ready to open it.
Trick question.
Like y'all want intros?
But wait.
Yeah. No, hold on. We gotta celebrate properly.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. Give me the bottle.
There you go, buddy.
Put on your birthday hat.
I was thinking it was really the Fireball episode. These assholes.
So we got this 91 Wild Turkey, and we're doing it legit birthday style here.
No way.
And he's got his birthday hat on, and we're gonna light the birthday cake.
Damn. I literally had no idea of this.
All right, here you go, son of a bitch. Make a wish.
Make a wish. You ready?
It won't come true.
Yeah, there's actually an unspoken rule that if another guy puts your candle on your bottle when you make a wish, then the opposite comes true. So
Damn.
I hope it wasn't that good of a wish.
Pray for health and safety.
We don't believe in those things on this show.
Yeah,
today.
now you're gonna die of dysentery.
Matt's gonna fuck that up. Give that here.
I'm
Give that
gonna,
here.
I'm
Give that
gonna
here.
try to
Give
wear
that here.
this the whole show.
Take that tape back off.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, happy birthday, man!
Thanks so much, you
Thanks for being
motherfuckers.
here.
I thought we were doing.
this was all his doing.
Just a disclosure. I thought we were doing a Fireball barrel strength.
What might be Fireball in there?
And
You
just
never
so
know.
just so everybody knows,
we got that from our favorite guy.
yeah. We told him we were doing Fireball, and we may do Fireball.
We might. It's not
one day
today.
coming up soon, but it's not today. Today we're doing some vintage bourbon, and this is exciting. We got more. Are we doing more than one?
We might.
We might. We're just an episode full of mites today.
So we've got the newest version. So what Jade's got there is a 1991 Wild Turkey 101 proof, 8 years old. That was a Japanese export from here. And then
I love those old bottles.
Oh, it's fantastic.
The old labels, yeah.
Turkey.
Yeah, and I noticed it's actually got a Japanese label on the back.
Correct.
Is that
Correct.
right? Look at the back of that.
Yep.
Oh, that's dope as shit.
So during this time, they still export things.
Yeah.
A lot of it was not selling here in the States.
Yeah.
So they were exporting a lot of stuff. That's when they started doing a lot of decanters before this one here, but still.
Yeah.
A lot of decanters just to get things sold.
Yeah, right on.
And then this one is exactly the same thing, except it's from 2022.
Okay.
So I figured it'd be good to try them both because I'm sure there's a different taste.
Yeah.
I would think that one's better, but we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try.
Put both just for a second. Let's put those
Yeah.
side by side in front of him so we can kind of see what they look like next to each other.
For sure.
Pull them closer so that focus
do it.
catches
I can
you.
do it.
There you go.
Rotate that one around.
Focus.
Focus.
There we go.
There you go.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So
I love that vintage look. Yeah.
I'll let you open that one, and I'm going to open this one, and then we'll get started.
So
also,
it-
we get 10 points for this for something. I don't know if it's like a.
Oh, I
don't
see
know.
that on the top. It actually says 10
10
points.
points.
This reminds me of was it Marble Miles?
Yes.
Marlboro
Yes.
Miles. Did you all ever collect those?
I never smoked Marlboro, but if I did, I would have. I had friends that did, actually.
My fucking mom did. And yeah, she smoked
They had
shit out of
nice
Marlboro.
shit.
They do. And I collected all of her miles, and she let me keep them. And I ended up getting a racing jacket. And it was made out of nylon, but it had a red Marlboro stripe on the side.
Nice.
And I wore the fuck out of that shit for like 6 years. I thought it was so cool.
I had a friend that had the
But I
duffel
was like
bag.
16.
Oh, yeah. The duffel bag was really nice. I think it's
Yeah.
still going today. I'm pretty sure you got that one.
Yeah.
You want to do a cork pop?
Yeah, let's do yours first.
Oh, no, this one's done.
That's good. We'll do mine. Oh.
Love that.
We're going to have to...
So, yeah,
So
the
Jade has
bottle is-
encountered a problem that is very common with old bottles,
Yeah.
especially with Wild Turkey. So you can see that cork is gone.
It's just mush.
So what we're going to have to do is figure out a way to get this son of a gun out of here. So
I got a corkscrew over here.
let's take a corkscrew and let me see what we got right there, Jay. And we'll start that and see, and then if that does not go well, we will pray that it does.
What'd you do on the decanter one that you guys did?
Well, if you'd watched our video,
I did, but that's
I
been
don't
a
think
year
you did.
ago.
No, we actually screwed it up, and then we had to pour it into a container to get it out.
You almost need like a giant, like a bigger corkscrew
You
that is
need
like the
two-
width.
You need like almost like tweezers to go on the sides. They
Yeah.
make these for this. I do not think I'm going to get any traction here, but we'll give it a try.
If you had like a wider corkscrew that was like the width of the neck of the bottle.
Oh, yeah, it's coming.
That's what she said.
Hey, yo.
Oh. Is that all of it?
I don't know.
It's close. If it's
One
not.
little floater. That's it.
I think it's.
Oh, my
I think it's-
goodness.
I can't believe you guys schemed all this up. I had no idea. Literally, I was
pretty
prepared
good,
to do
man.
Fireball.
That's pretty good.
We only got a little cork in there. I'm shocked that actually came out. Like,
Yeah.
look at that cork.
Oh, you just pulled it off and it just like shattered. It just like
there's
crumbled.
there's nothing
It just
to it.
crumbled.
So, yeah,
Can I feel your cork?
you absolutely can.
Thank you. Put your cork in my hands.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, that is
Let me
just
throw it at you.
that is brittle. It's like a sponge. It's like an old sponge.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's even like
Oh,
in the
fuck,
inside.
now it's on everything.
Yes, completely disintegrated.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Go ahead.
Have you
Go
had
ahead.
this new 8-year?
So I have. I had a sample sent to me. I have 2 bottles of this. I haven't opened it yet, though. It's the first time I've opened. But I had that in a 12-year. We did the 12-year, I think, on the show. But you would think the 12-year is better, right? I mean, I would.
Yep.
Because if you think back to Old Turkey, they had cheesy gold foil, which is 12-year-old. They have other 12, like split labels, all that stuff, too. But in this instance, I like the 8 quite a bit more. Which is odd because I was reading up on these today online, and most people prefer the 12, the new 12 over the new 8.
Now,
so
I
we'll
actually, I think we both bought some from the same person.
We did.
I only have maybe a shot or 2 left of it, a couple ounces left.
You liked it, didn't
And yeah, so we did. I think at your house we did a 8 versus 12,
Yeah.
and we both.
I don't think it was
said the
close
8
to
was
you.
better. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, leave that on the table.
So let's talk a little bit about 1991, Jade. So we're going to get back. We're going to go back in time. We're not going to talk Wild Turkey just now. So what do you remember from 1991?
He's like, I remember my
heard.
mom's vagina.
I've heard that's when legends were born. So
So who was
Oh.
Jordan wasn't born that year.
me and LeBron.
So let me,
Maybe.
Is that? Oh, I was like, is that really what it's
no,
Okay.
no. Let me give you some facts though. So in 1991, you know what was released, Matt?
No.
Super Nintendo.
No shit.
You know how much a Super Nintendo was in 1991, Jake?
Hold on.
No, let Jake
Okay,
guess
go
it.
ahead.
$99.
Good guess, Matt.
I'm gonna go $79.99.
This was big for me. I'm shocked at this. $199.98. So $200.
Really?
That's a
Wow,
lot. in
that is-
91. I had one.
It's like
I got
$1,000
one.
in today's.
Probably. It's probably like the
Yeah.
no
Because
joke.
91 is basically the 80s still. So like, it feels like it should be 80s money.
What do you think the number one movie in 1991 was, Matt?
Backdraft.
That's not even close. Jade, you got a guess?
Mighty Ducks.
I Will Be Back.
Terminator 2. Wait, okay, Terminator 1 was like 1984 or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then honorable mentions were Home Alone.
Okay.
And then Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, not Men in
Not
Tights.
Men in Tights. Men in Tights is the superior movie, though.
for sure.
I actually can't believe that Home Alone
Didn't beat it.
Yeah.
Well, so this is
right?
box office take, right?
Oh,
so
gotcha.
yeah, I mean, it was actually
Home Alone
quite
was
a bit.
huge though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. I mean, that's a great Christmas movie. Now you watch
Yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then one more. So song. What do you think the song of the year was?
I have no idea.
We've kind of already talked about it. It's a hint. Matt, you got a clue?
It's gonna be some sort of like poppy hip hop, like Will Smith or something.
No, it's a love ballad.
Love ballad.
Love ballad.
So, like the only love ballads I can think of are like from the 70s
I
or
have no
like
idea.
80s.
None.
So this was from the movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, it's Mark.
Mark.
I have no
What is
idea.
this? Hold on. What the? Hold on. Oh shit.
Everything I do.
I do it for
That's it.
you.
That's
yeah.
it.
What the fuck is his name?
I have no idea.
Brian Adams.
Brian Adams. Where'd I get Mark from?
Brian Adams. We'll come back to that. We'll get back to some
Yeah.
wild turkey now. So
Yeah.
I did some research on this from the 91 bottle. Have you tried it yet? Has anybody tried
No,
the
I
91?
haven't.
No, I haven't touched
I thought we
anything
were
yet.
waiting.
We'll nose and then try it. But I did some research on it. So my best guess on this one, I don't know. I'm thinking like for a 750 back then, you're probably looking at about $7. I can't guarantee that. I really couldn't find it online.
Yeah.
But that's my best guess. So now, this is a fifth. This is a 750 milliliter. Now you compare that, you're probably $25 for a fifth. But, I mean, it's still a good value today.
Sure.
Did you
Yeah.
try, and I'm assuming not, but did you try and translate any of the Japanese on the back?
Oh,
of this
yeah, I
bottle?
speak Japanese.
So what does that say?
It says Wild Turkey 8-year 101.
Well, I'm wondering if this is some sort of like tax stamp or something that
I would
has
assume,
like
yeah.
some sort of like.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Like, they
it's
have
got to
have
be.
it.
It's like that little topper you had on that I had on that Wild Turkey 8 right there by you, Matt.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did with it, but it had 10 on it. It had like a little Japanese writing on
Right,
it, too.
okay.
Because if
So-
I'm not mistaken, like the Blanton's has to be a certain proof or
Correct.
maybe a certain size bottle.
Right.
They usually do 700 mils,
Right.
if you think about it. But this one's 750, and then you'll get liters. You'll get different sizes. So secondary on this one, you're looking at it from now, because you're not buying this retail since it's from 1991.
Yeah.
So anywhere it's, secondary's down a little bit right now. So right now you could probably get this bottle for about the cheapest you could find it, maybe $350. Probably more towards that $450.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I just put $350 to $500. It's kind of
Yeah.
somewhere in there. So the new export one we just opened beside it, that was about $100 is what it cost us, and I could not find a retail on that where it's over in Japan only.
So you did get this one from Japan as well?
Yeah, we got that for about $100 each shipped. We got like 4, I think, shipped
Yeah.
to us.
Okay,
So
that's pretty
I mean,
cool.
it's not a bad price. I mean, you can't get it here. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I would say, what, $55-$60 probably retail?
I would
What
say
do you think?
I don't know. I mean, over there it might be like ours is here. If our Wild Turkey 101 here say 25, they might be 25 over there, 30.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I got a fucking stink bug crawling on the light over
Oh,
there.
yeah, I see that.
I'm waiting to get
is
like a
very
shadow cast on my forehead of a stink bug on this fucking monitor light over here.
So Matt, how many mash bills do you think Wild Turkey's got?
It's gonna be at least 12. One.
What about the rye?
They do have rye. Good call, Jay. Good call.
2.
Good call. So they got 2.
So you were just lying to me.
I was lying, but I was talking about bourbon. I should have specified that. So I apologize to all the people watching that tell me I'm wrong, which I'm wrong quite a bit. All right, so we got 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% barley. So which one we trying first, guys?
You gotta go with 91 first, right?
Let's do it.
Setting
mean-
the newer one up for failure?
Nose wise, the 8 year's good, but it's no comparison. I mean, you get a lot of that.
Have you had
I think
the
the-
year already?
I've just smelled them.
Okay.
I think the 8 year smells, I don't know why, maybe sweeter? Like a
You're-
sweet corn, more grain.
When we're
forward.
saying 8 year, I'm assuming we're talking about the new one, right?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yeah.
And then we're saying dusty or
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
ones. What we'll
Yeah.
say for the other one. People that aren't watching. I mean,
But you can watch on our YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please like. Please follow. Do something
that-
like that.
is that what all the cool
We're on
kids do?
Instagram, TikTok. We're not on Twitter anymore. Facebook.
Are we off Twitter or we just don't care about
No,
Twitter?
we just don't care about Twitter.
I think that sounds about right. Yeah, I don't think anybody
Twitter's for
cares about
sports. We don't mess with that
it. Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
All right, so we're trying the 91 first.
I went
correct?
91. So first taste, Matt, thoughts?
I'm doing both at the same time. I'm doing one after the other.
All right, that's a good.
So
move.
you're 90. You said you think the 8 years smell sweeter.
Yes, the newer one I felt on the nose was more corn or something. Grain,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's almost like when I equate it to a decanter for bourbon or something,
Right.
or for lambic. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You let it sit out to open up. The older Wild Turkey's definitely opened up. I mean, clearly there was oxidation in there. Something's going on with the cork. But, and then the other one, it's a little more, it's tight. It's not as open. It's less oaky, less floral on the nose for me.
I mean, you can just see the legs on the 91.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just barely in my glass and swirling all around.
I gotta go with the deep bend over here because I got the weird glass.
You're bending over there. So any other tasty notes on whichever one you want to go for?
So I get the 91 is definitely a lot smoother for me. I get a little bit of burn on the 8-year. I'm getting some similar, like hints in there, but I mean, I guess that's to be expected.
Sure.
Like a little bit of corn.
Well, it's the same mash bill,
right?
But
yeah,
it's
exactly.
also how long ago is that? How old will you be?
33.
So it's 33 years ago, man.
33.
Had to use that.
Fucking
Pippin.
child over here. Are you old enough to drink?
Yes.
I'll be 30.
Should we card him before we
I did.
You
Well, I'll
did?
be 30 this year.
Will you? Did let him card you then?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think on the newer 8-year, I think it's more youthful. It's a youthful oak.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like it's more alcohol content, a little more burn
Oh, for
compared
sure.
to the
Love it.
91.
It is,
the
yeah.
91. I wouldn't necessarily say it's funky, but it's definitely like a deeper mouthfeel.
It actually does feel richer, and it's hard to kind of like fathom that being the same mash bill and just having a little bit of age on it, but it actually does feel a little more robust somehow. And it's not like the consistency, it is the overall like profile.
Right. And I think, we've talked about this. I don't know if we've talked about it on the show, but could be a lot of different things. Could be, was the water better back then? Was the grain better?
Right.
Was it, better corn?
Because I mean, it
Was
was definitely different.
Yeah,
you know
was
what I
it
mean? To some
genetic-
degree, it
yeah.
had to be.
Probably wasn't genetically modified corn or,
Right. Yeah.
whatever like
That's
that.
interesting to consider. Yeah. Those different kind of like things.
I always think the oak, but you never know. I mean, that was my always go-to with the oak trees were more mature. But you're right about the grain. I mean, now if you go to Wild Turkey and tour it, speaking of, they've had their gift shop closed down forever, and they actually just got it back open this week. So they're doing tours, and you can go visit it now.
The one by the river, the
The
railroad
nice
tracks.
one, the really nice one. Yeah. So I don't know if they had to tear it down and rebuild, but they had structural damage. But anyway, their distilling place, like their, I can't even think, distillery. I almost said
Distilling place.
I almost said refinery. I'm like,
distilling place.
place.
Yeah. we can go with a refinery.
Yeah, it's a refinery. Shit.
We can smelt some bourbon, sure.
When I was first doing tours of distilleries or refineries, it was one of the more like futuristic ones. Like everything's kind of automated. There's a lot of buttons
Modern.
and flashing
Yeah.
lights. Modern's a good word. Yeah, that's fine.
You're on a
I'm
fucking
a little
roll,
slow.
dude.
I'm a
Yeah.
little slow. Leave me alone, Matt. But anyway, going in there, I mean, it's very modernized. It's very mechanical. There's no humans in there really working. So what
It's
they
the
would
future.
it is the future.
It's like
but
a
what they would
Tesla
say,
manufacturer.
it is. Matt's got a Tesla.
Yeah, I do.
But what they would say is they could go through all these different tests and procedures to see if everything lines up the way it used to be, but they never could get the taste the way they wanted it.
Interesting.
With the master distiller's palate. So that's been Jimmy Russell, and since 1967.
Yeah.
Right now it's Eddie, so it's his son. But when that was when he's promoted. So, man, it's been a hell of a ride at Wild Turkey. I know I'm rambling, but it's one of my favorite distilleries.
Oh, I know.
Which I love.
You made that known. That is, it's been a long time known, and I love it too. I think it's really good. I'm actually finishing that 91. I actually think we talked about the nose. I think it actually tastes a little bit sweeter than the 8-year,
Oh,
the
it
newer
does.
one.
I think
And-
it does too.
And I don't know if that's because where this bottle, the 8-year bottle, is like a little bit younger, and it is like
No. So they're the same age.
I'm sorry. Like
Well,
I'm saying,
so-
like
Oh, younger.
newer.
Like newer.
Like yes, exactly right.
But on that note, Jay, you're right on the label. They are 8 years old, but
Right.
they've been notorious for putting older stock in
stock
there,
in.
especially in
Right.
the past.
Right.
I would say now that 8-year-old's probably, it could be 8 to 10.
Could have been
I
like
could
a
see that,
10-year-old,
but that
yeah.
old one, hell, that could be 15. We don't know. I mean,
Right.
they might just have old stock they're trying to get rid of.
Right.
So
Yeah.
And that was the whole reason for the exporting those bottles over there because it wasn't selling in America.
yeah,
correct?
they were wanting to get over there and get in that market too.
Yeah.
So a little timeline of Wild Turkey. So in 1954, Jimmy Russell started at Anderson County Distilling, which is essentially Wild Turkey. In 67, promoted to master distiller. And then Austin Nichols purchased it, which is on this. So Austin Nichols Wild Turkey in 1971.
And that is actually illustrated on the label here. Yeah.
So he was the
label,
owner?
the old label.
So I don't know if I mean I'm sure Austin Nichols was a person, but yes, it was the owner of it. I'm sure it's like probably a company with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was also in 1971 the first time they did the Wild Turkey decanters. So those like old ones, the porcelain or ceramic.
Sure.
Like the one that we opened on our episode. That was our
400,000 views on TikTok.
Yeah, that's our biggest
Crazy
TikTok
like
clip. Yeah, and that was fucking fun.
And it was a wild turkey that the cork broke. So
a spoiler, we got another one coming at some point.
Do we?
I'll give you a story.
I don't believe you.
You will.
Is it gonna be filled with Fireball?
It might be. And then in 1989 was the last of the decanters. They've not made a decanter since then.
Interesting. We should get one of those last decanters.
It would be nice. I think I might have one. I've got two in the 70s I've not opened, and I might have one in the 80s. I'll look and see.
Okay. Right on.
So 2 things that they've done this year recently, a little bit about Wild Turkey. In 2023, they announced construction of the second distillery, which I never heard of this till like I was doing research.
Right.
It's in Lawrenceburg.
Okay.
Additional 5 million gallons annually, which makes them 14 million total.
Jesus Christ.
They're already doing 9. I mean, that place is massive already.
Well, when did they redo it? They just redid it 4 years ago?
That's what I was thinking. But I read this like a few days ago. It was 2023. They announced it. I did not remember seeing that announcement.
I think all the big guys here in Kentucky are getting some type of tax break or something because everyone's expanded. During COVID, they couldn't meet demands. And they're betting that it'll continue to have
this
that
is production
demand, right?
facility, not rick houses. This is actual production
No,
facility.
this is production facility.
Did it
This
say
is
what
distillery.
they're going to produce there, or is it just kind of a little bit of everything?
Bourbon.
Right.
Or rye mash bill.
Okay.
They also have some rye, too. But.
Okay.
So this year, also in 2024, just recently, they discontinued the Kentucky Spirit single barrel picks, and they're going to do the Wild Turkey 101 picks, so a single barrel pick. And rye 101 picks, which I'm pretty excited.
Hell
Hopefully,
yeah.
we can grab some
the
of those.
That'd be great.
101 single barrel. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
Yes, sir.
Compared
to try it.
but are they discontinuing the Russell's Reserve?
No, I never saw anything about that. I'd say that one's still going. The only thing you run into Russell's Reserve for me, though, is the price tag, right? Like you're pushing retail now. I don't know if it's retail, but the cheapest you can get in the store is probably what, $90?
Yeah, 89,
85, maybe
$100 out the door.
Yeah,
that's a lot. And you're looking at probably 8 to 9 year old picks.
Yeah, you don't ever really see 10 years. No.
No.
But you look at it as $10 a year.
Yeah,
of your favorite juice.
That's fair.
It's not barrel strength compared to a Four Roses.
That's true. They're 110. I think they are.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm really excited if they do single barrel picks of the 101. It'll be age stated. I mean, I'm hoping their age state they start at least 8 years old. Right. I mean, that makes sense. I would hope that. I wonder what the price will be though. Hopefully, they don't raise it on those.
I think it'll probably be $10 a year. Probably be around $80.
So
if I was, why wouldn't they?
So back to what you were saying a little bit ago, Jade. Why is it different? It's already on. Yeah. Why is it different? Why do they taste so much different? I mean, looking at them, they're similar. I mean, I think the older one, the 91's a little darker. It could be because there are corks in there, but
it is.
It got a little floaty in there. I apologize. We did pretty good on the cork overall.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick one reason, I think I'm going to go oak. What do you think?
Again, I think I'm going to double down on the grain. The water source so this would be what, from 80, distilled in 83?
Yeah, it's actually got that stamp on the bottom too.
So
that could be older. It's possible.
Right. So, from the water to the quality of grain that they made it from, maybe even the actual still. If it was
true.
I'm not sure. Do they put the mash in? How Maker's Mark does the oak. Was it stainless steel back then or copper or? I'm not really sure.
I'm assuming column steel and then running off into that. But yeah, I mean, it could be.
I want to say, and this is just a guess, and it might be controversial, but
it is controversial.
It maybe has something to do with possibly having like residual sugars in there, but they don't actually like. It's not pasteurized, but I don't know if it can be pasteurized.
I want to say the quality control might not be as good back then as it is now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're not parts per million.
But I'd say if you have some sort of like residual sugars in there, not only would it like lend to the clarity, because there is a very distinct difference. I don't know if you can.
Of the
Oh, I
color.
can see it.
If you see the, like, look at these two bottles. Can
Yeah.
you all see that from
Turn that one
That one looks
sideways
like
when you can.
oil.
Like, look at
one's-
that.
Flip
yeah.
that around a little bit more.
this one right here?
This one right here. Yep.
So the 91 is considerably darker than this newer 8-year here, and in my opinion, it did taste a little bit sweeter. You know what I mean?
So are you saying residual sugars from the tree?
No, from like the distilling process.
Oh, okay.
Like they just like left it in there. And again, comes back from like my not expertise, but my knowledge in beer. You know, it's like,
Well, I don't think anybody knows. Anybody that tells you they know what the difference is, I mean, I don't. I think they're lying. I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard
Right.
many different opinions from many different bourbon podcasts and experts.
yeah,
I don't think they know. So I mean, I think your guess is as good as anybody else's.
yeah,
You know, I do think it's better, no matter what you say. I mean, if I blinded these,
yeah.
I think I'm picking that one every
Sure.
time. I think you
Right.
could tell these in a blind pretty damn easy. Like it's not
Exactly.
even.
Yeah.
It's not even the same thing, really.
Right.
So that leaves that bias out of,
Yeah.
I like this because it's older.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people do have that, which is why blind is
For
good.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you talk about the darkness too, Matt. I mean, one thing that would make bourbon darker is more time in the wood. So,
Sure.
I mean, that could be 13, 15-year-old juice. We don't know. We
That's true,
don't know
too.
how
Right.
old
That's
that
very
is.
true, too,
Because
yeah.
the 8-year age statement is the minimum.
Yeah.
It's not a single barrel. It's a blend. So
Yeah.
they're saying the minimum's 8 year. Hell, it could be 20. I mean,
Very true. Yeah.
when they released Russell's 13, I know some of that got over like
Sure.
15 plus. You know,
Well, I
don't
think
have
it
in
was
front of me.
19, wasn't it?
I think it got close to 20.
Yeah,
but I don't
19,
have
20.
the info in front of me.
Yeah.
That's the word on batch one.
It's the word on the street, man. That's the word on the street. So let's talk a little bit about is it worth it? We'll start there. So this one you can't buy 91, right? Back then it was probably under $10. Would I buy this for $10? Yes.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
just like walking
Sure.
around like now and seeing like a bottle like that? $10.
Well, I think a lot of people like doubled down and bought some, and they like hoarded them. Smart
in,
on them.
in 91 though.
No.
Definitely not in
You think so?
91.
I bet
No.
91 people did. If that's what your daily drinker was, you probably bought it by the case from your bootlegger or somebody you went to.
But not necessarily to be like, hey,
No, just
I
to
know
have
this
on
is-
Back, this
hand.
is going to go up.
Yeah.
exactly right. Yeah.
I don't think anybody saw that until I say the earliest 15, 20 years ago at the earliest. So we're talking 2000s before
Right.
anybody kind of noticed that. I bet as recent as 10 years ago, I bet you could have went in some smaller liquor stores in BFE and probably found something like this. Maybe
Right.
not 91, maybe like a still an age stated though.
Sure.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in Tennessee in probably the mid 2000s.
Right.
I've seen BTAC on shelves for like retail. I mean,
Right.
I didn't even look at Wild Turkey back then. Hell, it could have
Yeah.
been anything.
Yeah.
So would you buy it for $10, Matt?
I don't know, dude. I'd have to like think really hard about it.
Really, really hard.
Like super
I'd
hard.
buy 100 million cases if I had that much money.
But that's actually a lot of
It
money.
is. I don't
by
have
the
that
way.
much money. I'd buy it on credit.
That's like that's like multiple hundreds of millions of dollars. But yeah,
So your card's been declined. But would
I'll
you
just take whatever you can allot me.
Yeah,
Just
it's fine.
give me whatever you
Yeah.
can.
charge it on this other one too? Can you split it?
Anybody behind me, you got a card? Just run your cards.
Sir, you would need 3,458 credit cards with $1 million.
Give me 10 minutes. I'm
I'm
gonna
in.
run around
I'm
the
in.
block. Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah, challenge
So-
accepted.
So what about secondary? Let's say you get this at a steal for the bottom dollar of 300, which I would be a buy. I wouldn't tell you. Would you buy it for 300, Matt?
300 is probably a little steep for me.
Sure.
I would
I get that.
go 150,
Okay.
175 all day on that one. 300 is probably a little.
Jay, what do you think? Of
Oh,
that?
well, I've
What's a birth
actually
year?
been 91. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
you're gonna buy it.
you know, I'm biased.
If I was born in
actually-
91, I might.
I
go
actually
in there.
asked someone for that or a 99.
I saw you, and I was like, damn it.
So I was like, yeah.
I saw
wanna
you
buy
online
that.
trying to buy
it's,
one.
It's definitely a buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me.
But
So
again, you know, it's kind of would you call Wild Turkey a niche market? Like, you know, the followers, kind of like a Four Roses.
I think
or
it's Four
something like
Roses
that.
ish. Yeah, I mean, I think you're big. You know, and I hate to say it, but everybody's a Buffalo Trace fan, right?
Sure.
I mean, you're starting out bourbon. You're probably leaning
default.
there.
Yeah. You're a
I think
Sass guy.
Heaven Hill is probably next in line. You see the gift shop stuff, people's lining up for that.
Sure.
I think if Wild Turkey had a release for an 8-year 101 single barrel, I don't know how big the line would be.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. And that brings up a good point. The issue is, why won't Wild Turkey release an 8-year 101 to the U.S.?
A lot of push on that. David Jennings, Rare Bird, on Rare Bird 101, I think, on Twitter. But he does a lot of blogs, a lot of posts. I mean, there's a lot of push to do this. You know, why don't we give the U.S. market an age-stated Wild Turkey 8-year 101?
Well, if they're doing it elsewhere, why not?
Yeah, because we want it. We got consumers here that would want that. But the problem I run into with Wild Turkey lately, Campari, I guess who owns them, but is the price. If you're looking at Masters Keeps releases and that one, what was it, Generations or something?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like
What was
you're
that,
getting
$4.99?
it's like 400 plus retail. Like
Yeah.
that's a hard pill to swallow. Like what's secondary? What's the same as retail?
And
Like
just out of
it's
curiosity,
mad.
is that the same mash bill?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of insane.
They literally have one mash bill and
That's
rye.
fucking- yeah, and then rye. That's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
It is, but you know, we'll see where it goes. I mean, I think if they added that much capacity, we might be getting to that glut phase again. Because I mean, you see bourbon secondary, you see it meeting the MSRP, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
You see demand
secondary's
going
coming
down.
Yep.
So I mean, I could see it, and then they're probably going to go to before they decrease prices. They'll probably go other markets.
Right.
They might bring back the decanters. They might bring back some things to get you, in there.
That's fucking full circle, man.
I know.
Seriously, it's like coming
It's like
all back.
Inception.
It could.
It's Inception.
Yeah.
You know, and I also
Theoretically.
think, though, if they're already producing it, now I think that is a 700 milliliter bottle.
I think
If there
those
are-
750. I could be
Is
wrong.
it?
Hold on, let me
Look at
channel
that
my inner
front left
Japanese.
there.
This is actually 700 milliliters. He's right.
Damn, it looks like a bigger bottle too.
It actually does.
Look at one thing I'll say. Look
This
how,
is
look
750 and that's 700.
Look how damn nice that bottle looks. Like even without the label.
Yeah.
Like just the curve of it.
Yeah, it's fucking sexy.
It's sexy.
I'd do it.
I'm gonna keep that bottle.
I want
Sorry.
another pour of
Can
it,
we be an
actually.
Indian? Get what's your
Retracted
bottle?
happy
Bottle.
birthday.
It's your, thanks for sharing your bottle with
Yeah,
us, Jay.
thanks, man.
You know
Appreciate
what's
it.
so funny? I was honestly mentally preparing myself for Fireball Barrel Age
Shit.
because me and Jason had seen it just the other day, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna text Matt. We'll do a show on it." I was like, "Fuck it." It's like I'm down.
Dude, I love doing Fireball episodes. For the
We
record.
will do one. We will do one. So our recommendation is if it's your birth year and you find a dusty old turkey for $350,
yeah.
$400, buy that shit. If it's not, then it's up to the consumer. I would buy it. Matt wouldn't. Jade might.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. Cheers. Happy birthday, you son
Thank
of a
you
bitch.
so much.
Happy
Really appreciate it,
birthday
guys.
to you.